I lost my virginity when I was 9. Last night, one of my friends made a drunken comment about how I'm doomed to be a virgin for the rest of my life. My other friends laughed. It was just a gentle quip that we all share with one another, but this one struck me deeply. I wanted to tell him that I lost my virginity when I was 9 years old. I'm a 25-year-old male. I'm a normal, career-oriented, relatively sane guy. I like to go out with friends. I love reading science fiction novels. But there's a part of my life that I have never talked about it, and it makes me sick. I was raised by my mother. She was a single parent and had to support me. Her family disowned my mother for getting pregnant. We made it work for a while, but we lost our house when I was about 7 years old. We both became homeless. I distinctly remember my mother prostituting herself for money, but it was never more than $20 per guy she met with. She would make me wait at the Waffle House while she went off with them. I remember one guy came to pick up my mom, and he saw me and asked my mom, "How much?" My mom was disgusted and turned him away. She walked outside to smoke. I remember watching through the window, and they started talking. My mom looked back at me, so did the man. My mom finished her cigarette and came and got me and took my hand. She was crying. I asked her what was wrong. She led me out to the man and told me that he was her friend and that I needed to go with him while she went to work. I complied. I went with the man and we went to his house. I remember seeing he had pictures with his wife and 2 daughters on a coffee table. Toys were spread out in the living room. His kids were my age, I assumed. He sat down beside me on the couch and touched my leg. I wanted to play with the Barbies in the floor. He tried touching me again, but I moved away. I want to skip over the very gory details. Long story short, he sodomized me after feeding me a sleeping pill that made me drowsy. I was raped by him. I felt everything. He brought me back to my mother with $300 in my pocket. My mother started sending me out with guys like the first man more frequently. Businessmen were very interested in me. They were always family men. When I went back to their houses, it was so domestic. One guy cooked me a grilled cheese and gave me a haircut. Another guy gave me his son's action figures that he didn't play with anymore. It always ended with me in pain and crying, though. My mom always promised the men to not hurt me, which I find ironic. It lasted for a year. I estimate I brought in about $4,000. Some men paid more than others, but it was never under $200. My mother started arranging groups of men to take me because it was worth more to her. We were able to get an apartment, and my mother stopped sending me out. I was tired. My mother got remarried a year later when I was 11, but there was a bitter divorce and a custody battle. I went to stay with my stepdad. I did not speak to my mother until my college graduation, and the only thing I said to her, in front of her new family and my half-siblings, was, "Go to hell, cunt."